Video is for scatter plots. So remember, scatter plots don't form the nice pretty lines like we're used to, but we do have association and we do have linear and nonlinear. So positive association is when x increases, y increases as well. So it's going to go uphill. So as the temperature outside increases, the number of people at the beach increases. The cost of a soft drink increases and the size of the soft drink increases. Negative association is as x increases, y decreases, or it goes down, so this one goes downhill. So the distance you traveled increases and the amount of gas in your car decreases. The height of a candle decreases and the time it's burning increases. So the longer a candle burns, the smaller and smaller that candle is going to get. And then no association, to me, it looks like we took a bag of marbles and we just threw it on the floor. It's this random, doesn't make sense. There's no clear trend or idea. So the age of a person and the number of pets they own. So the age of a person has no effect on how many pets they own, or the number of blackberries picked and the number of tomatoes picked. Those two things are not going to affect each other. And then the last thing is a nonlinear association. So nonlinear are going to form this curve. The graph is not going to look close to a nice, pretty straight line. So inside here, the first one says, look at the graphs on the grids below. Which graph does not represent a linear relationship? So when we look at all these, F, G, and J all form nice, pretty lines. H is the odd man out. It curves. On the next one here, it says, look at the scatter plot below. Draw in a trend line. So for a trend line, you're going to try to line up as close as you can and get the same number of points above and below the line. So everybody's trend line is going to be different. As long as it's close, it's going to work. So it says using your equation, so we're going to use our trend line. How many months will it take to accumulate 400 hours of exercise? So here's the hours of exercise. So I would go up to 400 and I'm going to go across until I hit the line. And then once I hit the line, I'm going to go down and I see that I get about 15 months. All right, the next one, look at the scatter plot below. It shows the cost of different weights of different types in apples. What type of association? So this is positive, it's going uphill. The next one says draw in a trend line. So again, we try to get the same amount of points above and below the line. It says use the trend line equation to predict the cost of 1 pound of apples. So here's 1 pound. Always make sure you're looking at the right axis. And so I would say 1 pound of apples is going to be greater than $1. It's going to be between $1 and $2. The next one says use your trend line equation to predict the cost of 16 pounds. So here's the 16. So once we hit the line, we start going the other direction. And so I would say 16 pounds of apples is about $16. And then the last one, it says a graph of a set of data points is graphed below. The trend line for the data is shown on the grid. Using the trend line, what is the best prediction of the value of y when x is 15? So we're looking for when x is 15. So you can see our trend line doesn't cross that yet, but we can extend that trend line where it does cross. And now once I get to the trend line, now I can go across. And you can see that it hits just above 9. So to me, it's not quite to 10. So I would say 9 because it's clearly that trend line's not crossing up here at the 10 line. So that's it for this video.